is this? Shite. There we go. All right, we're up and running. Sweet. All right, everyone. Welcome to Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics. Robert saying, I am here. I was on making sure YouTube had it set up. I am here. Checking out my Amanos. I fed them carrots and green beans, and they're tearing it up. So today what I'm going to do... Good morning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed this I am Bruce Lee. What are you doing, Robbie? Shit. What are you doing, dude? What are you doing up? What is it, 8 o'clock? 8 o'clock on YouTube? What's up, Don? Hint, hint, wink, wink. Well, I know it now. I didn't catch the last name on there. I was like, wait a minute, why does that look familiar? Why does that look familiar? So, but I'm going to feed this tank and, Trolling's good. It gets me views. Hit that thumbs up. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm gonna be going up and down here, upstairs, downstairs, because Luke's got a scoop. So I just wanted to set this up, and I could do a lot of stuff off my phone from upstairs. So. I just want to get this thing up and rolling, and we can get these guys fed, and maybe get a little stream going here early in the morning. Robbie Chan in the house. Blue Crown Aquatics in the house. What? Robbie. All right. Nice. Have an awesome day. You too, Robbie. Thank you so much for stopping in. It was very nice of you during your busy morning to stop in and say hello. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, let's get this tank fed over here so we can see shrimpies go nuts. So I'm going to put in the Mucha food, some premium shrimp food, and this protein. I actually got probably too much of that. But I'll show you how crazy these guys go with their eating. I figure I could get probably a couple batches. Dobo, what's happening? Welcome. I could probably get a couple big, huge piles of shrimp going. If you notice, this tank only has like maybe, 2 inches from the front of the glass to like that cholla wood, and over to that Hookerus stainless steel that's like a 3x3, but the moss starts there and goes all the way to the back of the tank. So Busy, busy, busy as always. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's good to be busy. So, well, I'll be lurking as I have online lectures. Online lectures. Yeah, I gotta go up and make sure Luke's doing his homework. That's why I wanted to get this going, or make sure he's doing his classes, and then I'll come back down. It'll only take me a second. But let me see. See, I wanted to do I wanted to view this from, a little bit away, so you're not, hold on. So you're not, just zoomed right up to the shrimp. You're getting an idea of what the tank looks like, what's in the tank. This is, I believe it's Christmas moss. It just grows rampant. If the tank situations are right, it'll grow just crazy. Like I said, it's front to back. I only have that little area up front right there where I feed them. But I also will, I also chuck food like on the moss, and they pile up on the moss too. So the thing is not all the shrimp can get to the front here. So that's just one piece of food, and there's babies in here. Everything's in here. So I got to be able to make sure that they're all being taken care of. I wonder if I can get rid of some of that glare. What is that from? Oh, that's from the light. I don't think so. I really don't want to come down at an angle. I want this front shot. But maybe if I... See, I probably have to zoom in. Let me see if I do zoom in, if it loses a lot of that. Oh, yeah, it loses a lot of that. But, let me see. Let me see if I can work on this a bit. It's not horrible. TN Aqua, welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Gotta go up and get some more coffee. Get some more coffee. I need some moss and some wassertan. Well, that can easily. That's an easy bill to fill. That shouldn't be too hard. It's growing pretty good. The Sawasatang is growing pretty good. Because you want to leave it alone, don't mess with it or nothing. So, like this tank here's got a ball, about that big, and I mean, there's only a couple strings of algae on it because the shrimp clean it. So this tank's got a mass like this underneath the dual sponge filter. I was thinking of coming to this tank after. That's the Black King Kong Shadow tank. So I was gonna come here next. So I was gonna scrape the glass, but I wanted to show you guys this tank and how crazy they get. Over the food. Well, I should just say not really over the food. It's just when they eat, how intense it is. It's just this way every day. Now, I only feed. I don't know if I'll give them anything later, but if I fed them 3 times a day, 4 times a day, they'd eat this much. I mean, I would have this same reaction that many times a day. You know, it's just really positive. My red fish bones do that. Really, every single tank I have does that. It's you know, just a really positive response to the food, you know, because they're, you know, all healthy tanks, except, you know, a couple of them that, like my boa tank, I really don't feed. That Mr. Blue Crown Aquatics that's in here right now, so graciously sent us to breed for him. I don't do, all I put in there is my powder stuff, but it's just because, you know, with them having babies and stuff, I don't want there to be an issue, you know, because there's only 3 shrimp in there, like things aren't getting eaten and the water gets polluted and they die. You know, I don't want that. So, I just put powder in there for now. And then my, the blue dragons, the dragon blood blues, if you want to call them, they're pregnant. So we're waiting for them to have their babies. I only have like a couple tanks that I'm waiting on to have their babies. So other than that, all the tanks are really good. Now my Snow White tanks kind of slowed up. Not sure why. Maybe because it went into winter time. But I mean, for a minute there, they were having batch after batch after batch after batch, and now they slowed up. I don't understand. It's still 72 or what have you, but I don't know. Tanks are really nice. The moss is growing spectacular. I mean, it's reaching up. Probably, well, I got evaporation, so you know it's a few inches from the top. Everything's good, but yeah, they slowed up. Who did my dancing man just had another round of babies. My blue bolts just had babies that are really dark. The orange-eyed yellow King Kongs are doing really good. I started off with 12 in this tank, and I got way more than 12 now. But my thing with these is just make sure that none of them, you know, make sure they're not being born clear. If you know, I got a clear shrimp, make sure that there's no shrimp in there that are breeding that are clear. The blue steels, I want to call those. That's another tank that slowed up. I was having so many batches, but I think the one female that was having a lot of the batches, I called her out because she was getting pretty white. So, you know, in this Black King Kong tank, I want to, you know, there's a bunch of tanks that I want that were producing huge, but then slowed up. So, no big deal. So, okay, I'm gonna put another piece of food to the left side of this because all those shrimp can't eat. And believe me, wait till you see how many shrimp come out. That pile will be there, then there'll be another pile next to it, and I can put some up in the moss and there'll be a huge pile. There's hundreds of shrimp in this tank. So we'll take some Blue Crown Premium shrimp food and put this on the other side. Not to compare, it's just another product that we use. Let's see if I can get it to drop. There we go. Dropped where I want. Alright, that one went into there. Into the cinnamon stick. Now see, you're going to get some come over to that. But the Mucha food, the premium shrimp food that I use, I mean, the shrimp go bonkers over it. It's just depends on how many shrimp you have in a tank to, you know, depending on what the response will be. I mean, if you only have 50 shrimp, you're only going to get 50 shrimp up there. Well, I don't have 50 shrimp in here. I probably have 250 or more. So there you go. There's 3 chunks of food. Now watch how many shrimp. And you know what I'll do? I'll actually throw some up in the back too, so the little guys and stuff that don't have guts to come up, they can get food back there. So you'll probably see piles of shrimp back there too. But if you guys all wait, I'll be right back. Give me a sec. All right. I'm back. Had to go fill our coffee up. Hey, Muppets. SC Catahoulas. Welcome. How is it going? Hold on one quick second, I have to turn a tank on with my Fluval Smart app. Oh, that should have done it. Alrighty. So what do we got here? What do we got? Say, jerky. Oh, see, stole that piece of food. I don't know where they took it to. Look at these little babies in here. They're super small. They got them all up in the plants up in there, or in the moss, where I dropped that other food, and then the other piece fell down in there, and there's a big pile of them up in there. I don't know where the big piece was. Oh, it's still there. There's one shrimp sitting on it. He's hoarding it. See, now this is the thing I started. Not only have I upgraded the dual sponge filters, also I have my son's messaging me. Also, I don't. What I'm trying is no more water changes. I'm doing top offs because my evaporation is from week to week. You're talking. I mean, it could be inch and a half. So instead of taking water out when I'm that far down, I'm just gonna replace it. Instead of having that much missing and then take out more and then put in all that water, that's a huge amount. So see, also what this will do to help me is it will allow me to not keep all the water that I keep in all the buckets. So if all I'm doing is topping off, then I won't have to keep 6 to 7 buckets of RO water made. I would just make it like the day before, maybe 2 days before, and let it sit. And then when I'm ready to do it, I just, remineralize it and then put it in the tank. It just, I'm just getting a really positive response this way instead of taking out. I got shrimps all over the front glass over here in the Black King Kong tank, the shadow tank, the blue shadow. But I'm just getting way better response because I'm not taking out, I'm not taking out water, putting fresh water in. It evaporates. I just add water. And it seems like what's happening is it's the algae and the bacteria and everything on the glass is forming faster because if you guys remember how I was complaining, my issue was I was my filter came off. This section cut came loose. I was complaining about losing the amount of algae that I had in there, and I wasn't able to get it to grow back. Meaning the shrimp are eating it so fast, and then I'm doing water changes, cleaning both sponge filters and everything, and it was like it wasn't allowing the biofilms and the algae to grow on my glass. So I backed off on, doing water changes and refills. Meaning, I probably said that all jacked up, but I I don't really do water changes per se right now. I'm just doing top offs with remineralized water due to the fact that I have no lids, I have evaporation, and you know, the tanks are down an inch to an inch and a half below where I fill them up. So that's a lot of water. Pumpkin King, what up? Those are my shrimps. I want all of them. Well, there's a lot in there. You can have them all. But I thought you wanted the blue bolts. But you can take them all, son. But, I'm trying that avenue, and the shrimp really seem to like it. I mean, really seem to like it. I put it in real slow. I know that sounds a little weird, but I don't drip it really. It's a drip kind of, but I just hook my little hook on and run it slow, and I just do stuff like listen to music and then do stuff around the basement, whatever I gotta do within the shrimp room here. Look at the crystal clearness in that one. Holy snikes. I mean, that thing's just banging. And I don't ever do a water change. I did like 2 water changes since I set that up. It doesn't ever evaporate because there's a lid on it. It stays real hot. And they just love it. But I just can't believe how much shrimp like flow. I'm not saying they need flow. I'm not saying that whatsoever. But from what I'm learning with my filters and everything, with the amount of movement, water movement that I'm getting here, they really like flow. It's like they like to play in it. They like to swim in it. And you don't know how many times I just sit here and watch them just swim like into the current and play into the current and stuff, So I think if, you have a tank with little to no movement, I would think that they would get, I don't know if you'd want to say bored or if they would, I don't know if fast movement makes them want to breathe more or I don't know. All I know is that my tanks do very well with high flow. And that's why I switched over the dual sponge filters. I took the uplift tube off and changed it over to my new design, and my tanks are just killing it. I mean, they don't slow up, nothing. Today I had to clean the filter in this tank that I'm showing you. I had to stick the little scrubby in the pipe because it was going slow. So with the new stuff, they've been running long enough that if they're going to slow up, they should have slowed up. But you can't slow up, it takes a long time for an air stone to clog up and slow up. So it's just, it's working really good. I should say it's working way better than old, just the stock uplift tube. So, yeah, I think I'm going to start, it's not like they're going to cost a ton of money, but I'm going to start making them, and they'll be available here to get them. I have some newborn King Kongs. Nice. See them King Kongs I sent you, boy, they just keep on keeping on, don't they? Pumpkin King bought the babies that I have for my extreme black King Kongs. I bought 6 extreme black King Kongs from Blue Crown Aquatics from Robbie. Probably, I don't know, a year and a half ago. And I used to have them in a 20 long, and they were having so many babies. Then I got rid of that tank, and I put them over here. And one of the extremes has the blue gene. So what I did is I separated the blue ones from the white ones. I put the blue ones over here, and then I put that adult, I believe it's a male, I put him in there. So now that he has the blue gene, they'll just keep, running it. And then the other tank has the white ones. They just haven't produced any more babies yet. It should be soon. I don't see the parents much, so it should be soon, hopefully. But yeah, all is doing really good. But as you see with this tank, I added the cinnamon stick. There's food unless they pulled it out. See, look at what they're doing. They're all they're all along that Cholawood. Wonder what they did with the food. They have it in the back now. Oh, there's a red bolt in there. Alright, let's do this now. See why I didn't want to do that? I know it's got a glare and it sucks, but I don't know. It might not be as bad on your end. It's always worse on my end when I'm viewing it, and then I watch like the playback and stuff, and it looks way better. Yeah, see, this don't look bad when I pump it up on my computer. But see that cinnamon stick in there? They have that thing just cleaned out. There's not a bit of biofilm on that. They eat the crap out of it. Xanadu-doo. Hey, hey, ho. What's happening? Got offered a little work. Patching some drywall. I think 3 spots I could send this someplace right. Oh, Luke must be almost done. So here, just really quick, let me give you guys 5, let me see if I can run off 5 good tips when it comes to shrimp to get them like this. One of the big reasons that the shrimp act like this, well, there's one of the reasons they act like this is, well, it could be, is because there's so many shrimp in here that they decimate the algae, the biofilm, I mean, everything. If you look in this tank, it looks like I just put it together, 5 minutes ago, and there's like no dust, the water's not cloudy, nothing. It looks like a brand new tank. And the reason that is because I have all these little scavengers, doing a great job cleaning away. And, so it's removing most foods from the tank. So that's probably one of the huge reasons that they eat like they do. Okay, B, I gotta get back to work. Y'all have a great one. All right, see you later, Pumpkin King. Thanks for stopping in. So, probably a really good a really good thing to always remember is make sure that you have a good amount of biofilm and algae buildup in your tank. Good way to do that is have plants, have some wood in there, because as it decomposes and rots, it makes a lot of good food for them. As you see, the cinnamon stick that I have in there that I boil, I double boil it. I boil it and I dump it out, and then I boil it and I dump it out, and then I put it in here, and that creates good biofilm. But biofilm and algae are really important. Because we all know that good water parameters, well, let's just say good water. I'm not going to use that as one of the reasons, because I just think it's, you can replace that with another good reason, because you can just say, okay, always have good water, which is usually RO water. So you can't really have better than RO water unless your filters are bad. So we won't use that. We can add another to the 5 instead of that. It's kind of like when they say, oh, what's the easiest shrimp to get? Easiest neocaridina shrimp to get? Everybody always says cherry shrimp. Well, I mean, yeah, cherry shrimp, but I mean, it doesn't cover. They want to use that to cover a broad spectrum of, instead of kind of like breaking it down, because the cherry shrimp is what caused all the colors, but they're really all easy. Some way easier than others, and there's caridina that are super, super easy too. So that's why I try not to use, the answers that everyone else uses. I try to give more information. That's what I mean. Not that I'm using the answers that everyone else uses. I just try to give a little more information as to why. Because if you say cherry shrimp, people that don't know anything about shrimp, they don't, they probably don't know that all the colors come from cherry shrimp, except like Bloody Marys and stuff like that, where their insides are colored. So probably, so number one would be biofilm and algae growth in the tank. Try to keep that in there. Not over huge amounts to where the shrimp can't keep up. Like if you're running your lights way too long, your tank's way full of stuff. Here's the thing. See that little ugly one in there? It's red, but that one will have to be taken out. But if the tank's packed full, overfilled with biofilm and algae and stuff like that, it's not a bad thing. But the thing is you really don't want to feed the tank. You want to just let the shrimp be shrimp and let them just eat all that natural stuff and get more nutrients than they would get from anything that you're feeding them. Because I'm sure that there are some things that they miss and that they don't get from the wild while they're in our tanks, because there's so much more out there. They eat dead fish, anything else, crayfish, anything that they would scavenge, they scavenge everything. So I'm sure there's a lot that they don't get. So if you put something in there like mineral or clay or something like that, or proteins, that's all right. But if you're like trying to feed a tank and, just regular, let's just say regular old food, and you're like, hey, they're not coming out. Well, that's because they're full on eating all that good stuff that you're growing in the tank. So your best bet is just to really stretch your feedings out so you're not polluting the tank. So that would be my first one of, I don't go from 0 to 5 or 1 to 5 or just whatever, but always have bacteria and algae in your tank. Especially, I've learned myself for for shrimplets when they're born. You know, some people say, well, I even think it was on Google, but it's been said that when the minute shrimp are born, that they can eat what their parents eat. That's sure, but if there's nothing, you know, within a little, I mean, just think probably 2 inches for a shrimplet that was just kicked and born. It's like 5 miles of walking. So you want, you know, buildup within your substrate and stuff. So when those shrimplets are on your mosses or something, you know, so when those shrimplets are born, it's right there. Hey, what's up, buddy? Hi. It's right there, so they don't have to look for it, and they'll live. You know, they'll be okay. You all right? Were you tired? Yeah. We only got 1 more hour left. So, you know, if they don't have to travel far and they can just start eating, or there's something there for them to start feeding off of, then, you know, that's a huge positive. I'm sure I've lost a lot of shrimplets because I didn't have enough, because my tanks become like this tank, you know, just packed full of shrimp, and they eat everything in a tank. Well, now what I do is I go behind it every few days and I add live bacteria in there, and I add biofilm powders, you know, and all sorts of shit or stuff. I was gonna say stuff and it came out wrong. Sorry. I add all sorts of stuff.
I know it's what.
Factor AE, you know, anything to help keep it built up, because there's so many of them and they're hungry. So okay, algae and biofilm. Next, plant material, plant something, mosses. I do agree that plants with larger leaves are important, due to the fact that larger leaf plants hold larger amounts of bacteria. You know, more will grow on the plant and they can really benefit from that, instead of like a moss that has really small little pieces on them. But if your moss is huge, like ours takes up the whole tank almost, then there's a lot of grazing area. But plants with really large leaves are really good. What?
Do you see that?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Yep, he just hopped in. He must have been out break from work.
Oh.
So he said, I gotta get back to work, y'all. Have a great day. But, so that would be my number 2. So first one is bacteria and algae. 2 would be,
Hello.
Scott's Aquatics. Welcome. 2 would be, plants and mosses. Because not only can they feed off of it, but it helps keep your tank clean.
I can actually hear you from my classroom.
Oh, I'm sure.
Look how much. Oh my
What,
Lord.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we cleaned it out. That's just what gets caught up against the glass. I gotta put water in these. They're evaporated. Yeah. But, you know, it'll help keep the water clean. Ammonia.
Yeah, I think that one's the most evaporated.
Yeah. All that stuff. Because if you have snails and you figure you have this many shrimp in a tank, there's no snails eating anything in this tank. They're all dying. It's just there's not enough food. So if you have a large snail die off and, you know, ammonia builds up or something, you know, you're really going to want those plants in there to help curb that. So, you know, something like that, you know, doesn't, you know, just wipe out a whole shrimp colony. You know, I probably test my water. I'll test maybe 2 tanks every 2 weeks. I'll just take water out of one, maybe a high tank and a low tank, and I'll test everything in there just to see, because I try to feed every tank the exact same. I always check to make sure that, you know, everything's working properly and the way it should, you know, to the way I kind of programmed it when I put it together.
I see you have the mini feeds.
What do you mean?
Donations. I think.
On what?
No.
Oh, yeah. Those are, donations that people send us. Yeah, for support. But, okay, we got biofilm, algae, plants. Then you can put, well, I don't know if you can actually add this in. Maybe you can add it to number 1, but you can put rocks, any kind of hard, flat surfaces you can add in there. They like the rocks, because of the biofilm, the algae grows on those. You can have wood. I would rather go with wood than cholla wood, because the cholla wood, I don't know, it's nice, they can walk through it and everything, but it seems like it breaks down way faster than a good piece of wood. Go to your store, pay $2 for a piece of wood, instead of $3 or $4 for cholla wood. And I believe, from what I see, that there's more benefits from a piece of wood than there is cholla wood.
Did you see that right there?
Yeah, hey, fishy folks, happy Tuesday, and much love to you all. Yeah, I see them all. Yeah.
Okay. Just curious.
Yeah.
The shrimp's on there.
Yeah. They like going up there. So, yeah, wood, rocks. I don't advise rock piles, only because, they capture all of the detritus, just the crap from all the garbage in the tank blows around, gets in there, food gets in there, so turns into a trash can.
Maybe you could have 2 rocks together. That's okay.
Yeah.
But having it stacked on each other,
right?
That is kind of bad.
Yeah, well, it's just if you go to move those rocks, there's just a big, massive mound of crap. Yeah, and it's gunk, so, but rock piles are really positive because it gives the shrimp a place to hide. But if you got moss, wood, Enzo Grande, welcome. But if you got moss and wood and stuff like that, then you have places to hide, then you really don't need rock piles. If you want to run an empty tank, meaning you don't want a lot of anything in there, or you want to keep everything cut back, or you want to, have a really well-scaped tank, well, then you can do a rock pile. But if you got a really well-scaped tank, then you're probably cleaning it quite often, which, if you take your rock pile apart, and clean under it, you would probably benefit. Yeah, go ahead and do what you want. You can put that on your lake. Yeah, you can move that. Do whatever you want. So, in my opinion, that's important. So, algae and biofilm, moss and plants, and then hardscape stones, flat surfaces, even let's say slate. Lean it up, so all of it can grow on side of a slate. Plastic things if you want to put it in tanks, anything that gives the shrimp an area.
Into Aquatics.
To, you know who that is? Robert Seng?
No.
Robbie. That's,
Robbie Chan.
Yeah, Robbie Chan. Yeah, he was in here. He came in here at the beginning. He was the first one in. Blue Crown Aquatics.
I am Bruce Lee.
That's what he said. I am Bruce Lee. Because I was like, Robbie's saying. I was like, huh. And he said, I am Bruce Lee. I was like, oh. See, and then he says, hint, hint. Yeah, see, hint, wink, wink. So, number 4 would be,
wait, here. Have you
Pinto shrimp tank? Yeah. If yes, can you show me it, please? Yeah. I'll switch over to it.
Yeah.
But
Can I move the camera?
Yeah, hold up.
Okay.
But
Couple more minutes. We'll move it.
I I just don't want to lose my train of thought here real quick. So number 4, I can go at 4. I don't want to say leaves. I mean, leaves are a big deal, but some people choose not to. So if you're a beginner, you don't have to use leaves, but we could just say botanical. So you could leaves, put a leaf in a tank, for them to eat off of. See, a leaf? Leaves. Indian almond leaves.
Yeah.
So Indian almond leaves, oak leaves, banana leaves.
I'm back in 5 minutes, guys. Okay.
Okay, cool. There's a lot of different things you can do. The cinnamon
We have 9
sticks,
viewers.
any type of botanical. And that's another thing that I'm going to try to get into, is starting to see other things like cinnamon sticks that are a soft botanical, or something that would produce a lot of biofilm with it being in the water. So that's something that I'm interested in. But these cinnamon sticks can't grow any biofilm because the shrimp are on them 24/7. So everything's working.
Do they eat off the cinnamon?
Yeah, cinnamon sticks. See, they're in it now. They go through. They eat all the biofilm that grows, and that's why they're so clean, because they eat off of them constantly. But the cinnamon stick is really soft too, and they can eat it as it decomposes, just like they do the wood. That's why they're always on the wood over there, eating all the algae and the biofilm that grows on it. So it's soft also, and they benefit a lot. See, a little baby just hopped up in there, now he's feeding inside of it. That's what they do. They just come along.
Switch it to the pintos.
In a sec, we can feed the tank and get it ready and get the shrimp up to the front.
That's what's on for now.
It's on the table,
Okay.
right behind you. The black pintos is right there up top. See the little sticker that says black pintos?
Here, should I do a chunky piece? Like, this right here?
Sure. But when you put it, have it come down the front of the glass. Even if you got to push it in the water so it comes down. Nope, toward you more. Toward the glass. Yeah, push it down in right there. So it'll drop straight. There you go. So the shrimp will all pile up right there. Yep, good shot. Good shot, old chop. I'll help Mr. Loopster scoot that over.
There we go.
Do we have a pinto shrimp tank, Enzo? Come on, we got all of them.
Yeah.
We got all the shrimp.
We have red king cones, blue bolts, red fish bones, blue tigers, and mostly everything. Ah, you can see me.
Right, let's do this. Yeah, pull it around you. Pull it around you. Put it on the floor. No, the other way. Yeah, drop it on the floor. Drop it on the floor. Over your shoulder.
Where?
No, right here. Drop it. Yeah, there you go. Just get it out of your way. Alrighty. Well, let's see if these guys are hungry.
Yeah,
Chunky. See, now this tank has dead shrimp in it. Or, I mean, dead snails in it, because they clean the tank so well.
Ah.
The snails really don't have much to eat.
They clean it really good. Oh my god, I didn't know how perfect that tank was.
I know, right?
Oh my god. It's so pretty. Oh my god. Do you feed the shrimp every day? Well, mostly?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
It must be hard to just drop, like, I don't know how much food, but wait here, let me count the tanks. 1, 2, 3. few turns.
And then you didn't even get the
No,
ones
I
on the
counted
back.
those.
Oh, back?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and then you get the 20 long over there. That's a shrimp tank.
62.
61?
Yeah.
That's 61. Alright.
Well, it's mostly like a fish tank.
No, that's got all the Carabiner calls.
Oh yeah. Whoopsie daisy. Here, can I adjust it? I've never adjusted it.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yay. Right here. There? Yeah.
There you go. Now you can go left to right with the camera. Make it go to the right. If you click that,
Yeah?
Yeah.
Here.
This zooms it in and out. Yeah.
Yeah, this is comfier. So I can like zoom around with it here. Is that good? And
If you go too far, it'll be blurry. But this here moves the camera.
is that good?
Yeah.
Okay, here.
See?
Good.
Yeah, that's it. And then to get out of this, you just go like this.
Yeah.
And that's that.
That's
Back, guys.
Yeah. Ah. And look at that. We have moved it to the black Pintos.
Yeah, here, let me see if I can
You
get some of that.
are
cleared
welcome.
up.
You are welcome.
Did it take some glare away, Lou? On the screen?
Yeah. I did.
Are you sure? You just saying, yeah. Oh, we still got some, but
Yeah. It made it better.
you know what I could do? I wonder if
Beautiful,
I could get a
beautiful Pintos. Thank you.
Alright.
O, E.
Alright, now watch, Lou.
Focus it. We'll focus.
So you come in here, you click that, it reopens it. Then you can back that up some so you're not so far. Now you gotta bring this in.
Oh,
See,
perfect,
we're
perfect.
closer.
Leave it, leave it.
Closer.
Leave it. That is good. Oh my god. Oh my lord.
Now this here at the
What
bottom.
is your
Parameters, pH, GH, TDS, and parts per million, and EC in US. So it would be my TDS pen. I just use a blue HMD. Just a blue HMD that you can calibrate. It's got the little blue rubber thing on the back, and I do have the liquid. So this is it's 155 TDS.
And they are that good.
So 155, and I dropped it down because it was like 180 because I was running all of my shrimps up higher. But I'd come down to see if it makes a difference. So what would that be? 155? That'd be 300 like micro Siemens. Yeah, I think like, would it be 300? Yeah, 150 is 300 micro Siemens, so it's like 310 or something. But
Look.
oh yeah, see,
Fighting.
see the other shrimp are starting to come around and wake up and see. There's a lot of shrimp in this tank. They're just all back in the plants and stuff. Cause see, there's a piece of boost in the back. There's a rhizome back there that is
been
growing
feeding
from
on it?
nothing, so it's getting bigger.
Oh.
That right there, see that green stuff right there?
Yeah.
That's a plant. That
Okay, I have.
Oops.
Okay, I have the same. I'm
Cycling.
cycling my tank for my black pintos.
Yeah, if you keep it around 150, well, you just saw it's. I mean, they're not crystal blacks and PBLs, but I mean, pintos. They like the same. They even like it up to 200. They're fine with it.
I'm gonna look at the shrimp and stuff.
Look at the shrimp and stuff. Yeah, look at the shrimp and stuff. But it's
I think the ones with like the stickers on it. I think are OGs.
They're OG.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
It would.
the only ones that I don't keep at those high numbers, at higher numbers anymore are my the dragons, the red drag, or calcios. I mean, the dragon blood blues, the red dragons, and the black dragons.
Molt.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yesterday I had a
squiggly, just
yeah.
in the water. It's not like in the gravel.
Yeah, those aren't bad ones.
No?
Uh-uh.
What do they do?
Just live in the substrate.
Yeah.
Eat the crap that's in there.
Oh, that's good.
Yesterday I have
I remember these.
one of my black
These are real.
neocaridina tanks. I was keeping a bunch of plants and cuttings and all that stuff in it. So last night me and Luke took them all apart, and then we put little weights on it, little fishing weights, like I tell you guys to do. Take your little fishing weights, because in my tanks, in the caridina tanks, I run like only about a 1/4 inch substrate, so there's not enough
Two of my favorite
for it to grow and root. I don't have any way to bury it. So if I just put the weight on it, it takes it down to the bottom, and it looks like it's growing out of the substrate. So we did that yesterday.
Two of my favorite tanks are this one right here. You see?
Oh, the one in the back.
That one, and this small one. And this small one.
What one? Oh, the Silwacy tank.
Yeah, I really like how there's lava.
Well, look at the new tank that I put together. Look at lava rock and that thing.
Yeah.
Look how big it is.
Huge.
All right. I use RO water with B shrimp, salt, GH+. Yeah, that's a good way to go. I don't really use B salt anymore unless I'm out of my liquid that I sell. I don't really. I've kind of upgraded.
Sorry.
It's all right. Here, I just got some. I changed to this stuff that I sell for Blue Crown Aquatics, the GH Plus remineralizer. So I use the liquid now.
Is it good?
Yeah, I've been using it for a year. But a lot of people take the sticker off and put their own sticker on it. They say they carry it. I don't take the sticker off. I sell it for Blue Crown because Blue Crown's a really good company, really good brand, and I support them. I back them, and so I sell their stuff with their sticker on it. I don't take it off. Why do they what?
All right. It's actually kind of unfair that they take the sticker off and put.
Well, I understand, right? Well,
because they didn't actually make it.
Well, Blue Crown doesn't make it either. They buy it from Taiwan. So This is commercial GH Plus. So, it's really potent. So you don't need a lot. I think I use 5 milliliters to salt a 5-gallon bucket. Just 5 milliliters for 5 gallons. And I think it gets it to like 100 120, 115 TDS for 5 milliliters in this big, huge bottle. And this bottle is 500 milliliters. So, compared to salt, and it's like, you know, it's just easier for me to take, you know, a syringe full of this stuff out. Yeah, a syringe full of this out and squirt it into a bucket than it is to scoop.
Wait.
I use
makes a black. Wait. Is it good if I mix the black and red Pintos?
Yeah, it's not gonna hurt anything. I mean, you know, because you get, what do you get from black Pintos? You get blue bolts, sometimes blue steels. You know, you get from black King Kongs. It's just black's the more dominant trait. So.
And then his other question. No, I think I use RO water with bee shrimp salt GH plus.
Yep, that's what I was showing him that stuff for. But I don't, you know, mixing black and red, it's not going to hurt anything. They're, you know, just two different colors, same type of shrimp.
But I think if you mix black and red, it would maybe make like a darker red, and it would be, yeah, it would make a darker red.
Think so?
Yeah, like here. Where are the Bloody Marys? Oh yeah, down
there.
Let me see. They're both like this. I see. No, I think it would be darker. Ow. Hurt my eyes.
Huh?
I said, ow, that hurt my eyes.
What?
That's how bright it is.
Oh, did I miss the food?
Whoa! Look at that snail! Look at that snail! It's just rolling. It's rolling.
I don't know where it was.
The snail is just rolling. It's rolling.
Rolling.
Yeah, I think it would be darker than the Bloody Marys. I think it would.
Okay, I leave in France. Our hello for France. Oh, you live in France? Oh, nice. Yeah, I would probably leave, or I mean, it won't hurt nothing to mix black and red. It's like I said, it's I mean, red Pintos, black Pintos. You know, it's just what they use to change the colors. But yeah, black's the more dominant color. But if you mix them together in a tank, it'd probably be kind of neat looking. Let's see if I can see, because you know you got ones that have the blue tint to them, so you know that's what helps make the blue bolts or blue steels, or you know. The blue Mazuras, you know, it's like I think there's like a blue bolt, almost a blue bolt right there now. But, yeah, see, this is a grazing tank. They love to graze, so I always put my powder in there. They just, you know, I put the food in there like that, but, excuse me, I try, you know, I put a lot of powder foods in my tanks that are, there's an abundance of shrimp, because, you know, they'll pile up, as you saw in the other tank, they pile up and there's just tons of them, you know, there's 100 or more shrimp that I'll be eating, and then there's still, you know, 100 or more toward the middle and the back of the tank that are not eating, or may not be hungry at the time, or they're eating something else. So that's why I like to put the powder in there, because I remember a long time ago when I started with shrimp. You know, I used to hear a lot of people say, well, I don't understand. My shrimp are all different sizes. They don't grow at the same rate. Well, what I came to learn over time was that's why you want to feed powder foods, because or crush up the food that you're using, because a shrimp that's way in the back, I don't know how sensitive their smell is, but I know it's pretty sensitive because I can see them coming from way in the back. But if for whatever reason, like I say, they might not be hungry at the time, or you know, whatever, they don't, or if they come up and they can't get in because there's so many adults in the way, you know, they miss out on a meal. And I mean, that's not good for your shrimp. So that's when I decided to start feeding, excuse me, more, I'm trying to focus this in a little better. It looked a little blurry. I try to feed more powder foods, so it enables, you know, all the shrimp to eat. And so we don't really have a problem here with our shrimp growing up all the same size, you know, and all of them being healthy due to the fact that that's how we feed.
Thank you.
Yeah, we feed
That's good.
we feed the powders and it goes everywhere. I think it's a way better way to feed your colony than it is to just drop a chunk of food down in there and let them, you know, fight for it. What's this? Enzo Grande. For the food, I use snowflake, spinach, and more other food with vitamin protein. Yeah, that's really good. The powder that I use is a mixture of...
Wait!
Yeah, well that's mixer.
Oh, mixer.
See, this says background music for stream, so that's the music that's playing that you hear, that they hear. And then our voices are right here. It says audio input. So if you don't
So what is the music? Wait here. Let me look at your phone.
Yeah, if you go on the phone, go on YouTube.
There.
And go to YouTube. Now it'll come up and it'll say right there, that's us live.
So what is
Okay. See how nice that picture is compared to right here? See how it looks too bright, but on there, look how nice it looks. That's a really nice pic. See, that's why I say it's a big difference from here to there.
Okay, your pinto tank is made
See how
with
nice
black,
that picture is compared to right here? See
pintos,
how it
black,
looks
and blue bolt.
too bright? No, I don't have blue bolts in there. Those are the babies that they have.
I like your music.
Yeah. Those, when they come out, I take those out. And I'll put them, you know, where they go, you know,
Blue
but
bolts.
I'll sell
Or
them.
blue steel.
Yeah, I'll sell them, you know, saying that they came out of the pinto tank, or I'll put them in the big, huge tank back here. But I do not keep blue bolts in there mixed with my pintos. Because
Hey,
I don't.
Detroit. Hello.
MYI shrimp. What up? What up? I don't like try to add blue to my pintos. I don't want the white blue. I mean, if I get some, that's fine. But I'd rather have my pintos black and white. That's the color I want them, black and white. Now, a Black King Kong is a Black King Kong. You know, it's got the big white stripe. It's like it's a white shrimp with black stripes, right? Well, the other ones that I have are Black King Kongs, but they're from my Extreme Black King Kongs.
What's up, Detroit? Little man and...
Still in ya?
Hello.
What up? Little man and friends, how are you? Good morning or good afternoon. We are doing good, MYI.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, wherever you are.
But so the Black King Kongs for my extreme Black King Kongs are all black with just some white lines on them. So those are like orcas, you know, like the whale, because the whale's all black with white stripes on it. So that's what I kind of call them to myself. Those are my orcas. And, you know, and then these are Black King Kongs. So I have orcas with powder blue, or with the blue gene, and then I have orcas with the white stripes on them. And then I have Black King Kongs. You know, so. But yeah, I don't add anything to this tank. It's all, if there's a blue bolt or something in there, it's because that's the offspring that they had, not because I put anything in it. I don't add anything. I know a lot of people like put blue if they want to add blue to the tank, but whatever's in there is in there. I don't add anything extra. Oh,
where's the food?
It's to the right. There, I think. They stole it over here to the right, Luke.
I'm looking.
Right here, I got it.
Yeah?
I think right in this pile right here. So you're bouncing the light. It's fine, it's fine. It's there.
Yeah, I think that is it.
So, what I was gonna say about the food, I'm a big supporter of Mark shrimp tanks. Yeah, it's not like I sell or I send him my food, well, yet, and that he can brag about it, but he sent me, I won his big pack, and I took all of his powders, his clay, everything. I put it in here, and then I put my mulberry powder.
Our special ingredients.
Yeah, we put our special ingredients in with it. So now I have this container full of all this goodness and it's got clay and minerals and everything in it, proteins.
And then it'll be good for me.
And this is what I feed for powder food. Instead of just feeding mulberry leaf powder that we make, or what have you, because we have
Let me feel how heavy.
we have
Ooh,
that,
is actually heavy.
and then this is our mulberry powder that we sell, and we put it in bags. We call it crack sacks. But this, we take the leaves off the tree.
Or no, don't tell them.
Oh,
Secret recipe.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I can't tell you. It's a secret recipe. But so that's the powder we feed. So if I say I feed powder, it's usually something like this, or it could be that, or it could be Bacter AE.
Yeah, or it can be shrimp cake that this is.
Yep. And also, there's another company that I've been using is this Pro Defense, this Tropical. It's 60% protein. See it in the red down there? Sorry.
Okay, so
60%.
I think I would do a mix with red and black potatoes. Could do it.
Yeah, it's not going to hurt nothing. You can put red and black together. But when they have babies, there's a good chance that probably most of the babies will come out black. It might be a 50-50 at first, but who knows if you have, multiple females that are red. I don't know.
I buy some Bacter EA.
AE.
Yeah,
yeah.
Can't see, make screen bigger.
Can't see, make screen bigger.
Okay, we can make the screen bigger. Make it bigger.
Make it bigger, Jigger.
There. You welcome.
Alright, hold on.
Here. Someone said something. So.
Yeah, I got it. Overfeeding with powder is very easy and sometimes it accumulates. Yes, so in that sense, hold on. Or if that happens, sure my son didn't take it.
What? The product right here. The product. Said the product.
Oh, can't see the product. Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, I tried to
I'll show you.
mix sold with power food.
I tried to mix solid with powder food. Yeah, because you can grind up your solid food. All right, hold on. I'll show you. All right, so ready, Luke? Whoa! So I use smaller spoons than this, but for some reason I can't find them.
Wait.
Yeah, they're not over there. But Mark's Shrimp Tanks has small ones, but these are little coffee stirs. That one's bigger. These are little coffee stirs, but I just put a little itty bitty amount on here and then I sprinkle it in the tank. So, but the product that I use this one, Pro Defense. And this one's like it's a little bit of a larger granule. I mean, there's still baby granules, but then this one, it's brother, which is twice as much in price. It's 60% protein, high protein, but it has food with probiotic for fry.
But wait, are they good?
Yes. And then this one's a powder.
You heard it from the man.
So, yeah, this one I paid $10.99 for. This one is $20. But you don't feed it all the time, you know, because it's really high protein.
Wow.
Yeah, so, those are just, and it was at my buddy's store. I was just up there the other day, and I told him, I said, aren't you buying any more? Because I got a whole nother set of these, too. When you got store credit, you buy this stuff up before somebody else gets it. And that's why I try to tell everybody, look, you need to have your hobby pay for itself. If your hobby's not paying for itself, then you got to figure it out. Because if you wanna feed your shrimps expensive foods, more expensive diets,
Good stuff is expensive, yeah.
But that's the thing. If you take some shrimps up to your local fish store, find a local fish store that'll buy your stuff. And, even if it's just enough for that's Streamlabs, that's us. If it's just enough to, buy your foods and this and that, you can ask your fish store to order you special stuff, anything like that. That's what you do, and that's how you pay for it. That's what I do. Like when my mosses, man, I took them up probably, 8-9 pounds of moss when there was no water in it. Just that's much moss, and he took it in the back room and put it in multiple, like 3 huge tanks. And he's still selling it to this day, because I told him, I said, if you sell a golf ball size for $5, I said, you could have $500-600 worth of moss back here.
Yeah,
So.
You are right. I go fishing and sell the fish to help pay for the trip.
Yeah, there you go. See, that's it pays for everything that you want. So you go.
Or here. So
your food, your drinks, your lodging,
yeah, So here, if I sell this for $10, this little like clipper thing, I could get a bag of goldfish and save up.
Yes, sir, you could.
But I'm not gonna sell your clippers.
Well, thank you. Where do we want to go now? Oh, bunch of piggies. I want to run over you. Oh, and I'm using my Seachem tank scraper, the best in the world. This thing just rocks. I love this thing.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, it scrapes like a champ. Alright, that's all I need. I'm not gonna stir the tank up too much.
At least it looks cool.
Yeah. This is one of the tanks I wanted to show off because of how good it's doing. Because of how many babies there's. I mean, it's packed with babies. So, all right, hey, you gotta get up, put your chair on the cord. Hop up, please. Okay, that's it. That's all I need.
Now this is my chair.
Alright, so Pintos. We'll go over these. Excuse me. Alright. Just fix this thing. It was busted. It's super good.
Really?
You know, the plastic and it broke.
Ooh.
Alright, stop bouncing. Alright. So yeah, now these are the Black King Kong Pandas. And this tank is just packed full of babies. So I wanted to view this and show this to everybody.
Now I am the host.
The hostess with the mostest.
Now I'm the host of the show.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. It is me, the host. The host of the show.
There we go. Check that out a bit.
Night. Have a nice day, Zio.
Enzo. Oh, Enzo's taking off. All right. Thanks, everyone. I have to go. Have a nice day at 6:40 p.m. in France. I have to do the meal already. Take care, Enzo. And
Take care.
hope to see you soon. And I hope you got your questions answered.
It feels. I don't like hearing my voice like on here. It's just.
Hope to see you soon, and I hope you got your questions answered.
It feels. I don't like. Well, goodbye, Enzo. Sorry you had to.
Turn that down, because it'll make the stream sound bad.
I am so sorry.
Because the background, the repeat, it's got like some bad reverb.
Viewers.
Yeah.
Oh, repeat because it's the same exact thing.
So with these tanks, you have to keep the blue, you have to pull out the whites. Because just because it's a shadow tank doesn't mean that every shrimp that is born in here will have the shadow gene. So you need to pull them out.
Are you gonna make DIY videos?
Yeah, I make DIY videos. What were you thinking about? I have a lot of DIY videos. Redoing the sponge filters, all sorts of stuff.
Airlining.
Yeah, doing the airline system.
Yeah.
The air pumps. Doing these racks, setting up racks. I got a whole bunch of. Hey, you're kicking the camera. Stop spinning. Stop spinning.
I can't kick it.
I know, but just stop spinning. What are you spinning for? So yeah, in these tanks you have to pull out the white ones.
Stop doing
because
that.
you don't want the white ones to breed and pass on that white gene, Because if they're not
Stop
born
doing
blue,
what you're doing.
I'm not doing nothing. That's the problem. If they start to pass their gene on, then you're going to start losing your blue. And like this one right here, this Missouri, I can't remember where I got it. If it came with some blue pandas, some shadow King Kongs or something, but I put it in here to enhance the blue with the shrimp, and it's really been working. So any of them that are born with white or the lighter white, I want to get them out.
Put stickers on your tank again.
Why?
Because cool.
Oh yeah?
Because I don't know the shrimp. What are those? I'm serious, what are those?
Those are orange-eyed culls.
I know those are blue boots.
Blue
No,
steels.
blue steels.
Yeah. What are those?
I don't know.
Orange-eyed yellow King Kongs. Yeah.
Yes, I finally said it right.
There you go.
Well, on.
Yeah. See, and the bad thing is I followed those on the streams. Oh, nice. In the past, a year or 3 ago, I bought blues. After a while, they lost their blue and turned white. Yes. That is an issue that you can have. My opinion on that is it's like a blue bolt because like that little baby one crawling in there. You just need to put something in the tank that will enhance the blue. But
That's a blue bolt.
Blue bolts are I don't want to say sensitive, but they can be they're kind of like lizards, you know. If they want to hide or they feel a certain way or anything, yeah, like a camouflage deal. But as they get older, yes, they can lose. But here's another thing, you know, they can be born looking white and they start to get darker as they grow older. You know, it's all, you know, then it comes down, it could be a part of the food that you feed. Might not have enough proteins in it, or might not have enough meal in it, you know, something. So that's what's good about feeding more than one food. Having half-piece shrimps. But yes, I have noticed that. Scott's Aquatics, welcome. I have noticed that the shadow pandas can lose their blue, and that's why we here work very hard on it. We want to pull out the ones with the white. We pull out the blue bolts or the blue steels that are being made. We pull it all out and, you know, do hard culls, and that's why you see, like, we sell, I'll have auctions, like, you know, like I did a couple weeks ago on when I take out like 36 fish bones out of the one tank over here. And then we sold all those, and I haven't even touched this one over here. It's just slam packed. But like this tank, I could pull out all the whiter ones and then sell those. They're shadow pandas. They'll have blue babies, but you just have to work. They're black King Kong shadows, but you just have to work and do like everyone else. Or they could just be sold as black King Kongs with shadow gene, which is just fine also. But, you know, then they start to, it kind of covers two grounds. You know, you can get a little blue out of them, even though they're white. You know, you might get some babies that have blue, but we try to call the ones out of the tank. And when I have the auctions, you know, it's not because there's anything wrong with the shrimp. It's because it's not what we're looking for, meaning they're not really dark blue. And so that's how we sell our shrimp cheaper and allow people to get in on it. Like the fish bones, you sell shrimp that don't have a solid fishbone pattern, but they'll still have fishbone offspring. You know, and it allows someone to say, okay, well, I can get super expensive shrimp at a super huge discount if I buy the culls. I've been doing it since day one. You know, a lot of these shadow shrimp, these Black King Kong shadows, I remember a long time ago I bought 10 of them and they were so blue, just shrimplets, blue as could be, and they grew up and probably 7 out of the 10 turned white. You know, and it's like, okay, well, they have the gene, but I have to work on them so hard as they grow up, they have the blue. Well, as you see, most of them in there have the blue tint. So that's what we're working on to get them even darker blue.
White.
You know, so if we keep pulling the white ones out, put them to the side, you know, and auction those off. I mean, I might have one now. What?
What are the ones that we're looking at?
The Black King Kong panda or shadows. They have the blue shadow to them. They call them shadow pandas, but you know, they could just be Black King Kong shadows. They don't have to be a panda because a lot of these aren't pandas. So, but they're Black King Kongs with the blue shadow. They got the blue gene in them, so they have that little blue shadow to them.
You know the white ones. You should name them like White King Kong shadows.
Well, no, the white ones are Black King Kongs, okay? And then when they have the blue, they're Black King Kong shadows because the blue is called the shadow. And then if the band goes all the way around, if their belly band goes all the way down here and all the way down here, then it's a panda. If it doesn't, it's a Black King Kong. But if it goes all the way down, then it's a panda. You know, like a panda, a bear, you know, in China? Yeah, a panda. That's what they kind of resemble. But if it doesn't go all the way around, then it's just a Black King Kong.
I stopped calling out the blue on the panda.
Caring about the blue on the Panda Missouri or King Kong. Hope you succeed in keeping and breeding them. Well, it's the thing is no matter what, I just have them, you know, to sell. You know, I breed, I sell. I breed, I sell. It's just 90 plus minutes and still going strong. Yep. So that's all I do is I breed and sell. So as time goes on, you know, they get darker. If not, other people can do it. But what I try to do is get my gene pool to the best it can be as time goes on. And the more people buy, the better quality they get. Hey, it's time for class.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm going to get off of here right now. It's 1 o'clock. We got to get you to class. So, everyone, it's time for Luke to go back to class. So, I'm going to get off of here. And he's got 1 hour left. I have to take care of some things. I wanted to come on here. And, so I did 4 things. Did I do 4 things? I did biofilm and algae. I did moss and plants, wood and cholla wood and cinnamon sticks. So number 4, filtration. Make sure you have good water movement and filtration. Meaning I say I preach about it all the time. I like my filters to run at a fast pace because it pulls more into the sponge and it gives them a place to graze. So, and it helps if the water's blowing around, it helps stir stuff off of the substrate to get it up to the dual sponge filters so they do their job. Plus, you know, it's kind of like a hob filter. You have hob filters that filters so many gallons per hour, gallons per minute. So you more or less want your sponge filter to do the same thing. You want it to filtrate so many gallons, per hour. I mean, if it's not, then it's just a waste of time. You might as well just put, a little bubbler in there or something if it's not doing a job. So you want to have a good amount of air pumping through. You want the top of the water moving around, have it moving everything around so things just don't drop to the bottom, stay there and get stagnant. So 4 would be filtration. Yeah, you can use hob filters, whatever. Just make sure that you cover the pipe with the sponge. I have some over there that I use. But, I mean, it doesn't have to be. Filtration is whatever you want it to be. Sponge filter, hang on the back, under gravel filter. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna be picky on what you should use or what you could use. And then 5, we'll go with lights. I switched to shop lights. I got rid of all the fish tank lights, sold them all, got rid of them all, and switched to shop lights. I went from buying a $140 4-foot light to a $24 4-foot light. And all my stuff grows incredible. Algae grow, beneficial bacteria, everything. So everything breaks down as it should. Algae grow. Everything grows. I mean, my tanks are all, doing really good. So when it comes to lighting, you don't have to buy the super expensive lighting. Just a cheap old light will do. I'm not one to do blue lights on my tank and all this and that. I mean, a fish tank, that's a little different. We just got a bunch of new fish in our fish tank over there. Now we have 2 Monte Cristos. We got 2 pink Jack Dempseys. I have a Vija with the B, though it's like a bluish purple. The 2 Severums. Just a bunch of cool stuff over. Oh, and then the Starlight. Is it a Starlight or a Bleaker Eye or Bleaker? That one's a little one, so he's over in a 20 long, but we're going to be getting like a 150-gallon tank. My buddy at the store's like, don't even worry about it. So I'm going to drain my tank. I don't know. Somebody came in a store last night and said they have like a 180 or 200-gallon tank that was given to them. They don't have anything to do with it. They're going to give it to him, so he might give it to me. But if not, he's got a nice 150-gallon there that I like with a brown base with a canopy top. All brand new. So then I'd take my 120 down, put that 150 in there so they can swim really long. And he told me I can just, pay him as time goes on, sell all this hookup and then, pay him the rest and I'll get it for dirt. I'll get it for cost. So we're really happy about that. But random guy on YouTube. Welcome. I have some yellow ring Silvaceae, which did the same when I first got them. Yeah, the Silvaceae I got are incredible. I just have the Dennerley, the red cardinal Dennerley. I have those right now, but Silvaceae, I love Silvaceae. Also, a surprise you see. A surprise, what's that? Also a surprise you see too. Oh, I bought 3. I see 2 now. They seem a bit stationary, but they are probably still adjusting. Yellow no Silvaceae. What are your tank parameters? Okay, I'll run over this really quick. My Sulawesi aren't shy. Nope, not whatsoever. Put my hand right there. They don't even move. It's like I'm always in my shrimp's faces. You know, I'm always there, so they get used to me and they know I'm not hurting them. I'm not in there beating them with sticks and stuff. They know when I come around, there's food time. But I use, and it's important to listen to this, okay? Please listen. You don't have to freak out, you know, but you got to get your water right. I don't know about your specific, if they're wild or not, but with me, my Sulawesi, I use regular Sulawesi salt, GH, KH plus. All right, here, hold on, I'll blow this up for you. Sorry. So, GH, KH plus is the Dennerle Sulawesi. I got this online for like 14 bucks. It's 200 grams. I think that they forgot that it was on there. I'm so cheap. When I ordered it, I went on there to buy another one like 5 minutes later. It was gone. It was off. So they're like, what? So people say, oh, you got to get to 8 point whatever. No, my tank doesn't stop breathing. Okay, this is only going to get pH to so high, right? So you're like, well, gosh, if I don't have the other stuff, how do I get my pH up high? You use pH up high. That's it. So what I do is I do these Cardinal Sulawesi. I keep them at 180. So, I do pH up till I'm almost to like, so I'm like 7, 8. And then, and just the water, RO water, I don't add nothing to it. I add pH up till it's like 7, 8. And then I put in my Sulawesi salt until it gets to about 175, 176. And then I put that in. So now instead of buying that other stuff, you know, that takes like forever to melt. This stuff, you stir it up in 5 seconds. Add this stuff, but do this first. It's way simpler. Do this first. Add this. Take your time, and you should have great success. I do it, my shrimp, but I don't have the yellow ones. I have the Cardinals. So you just have to take your time. But the shrimp I have are homebred, which means the people got them. Oops, sorry. The people got them. They were wild. Then they bred them, and now they sell those babies. So all my Sulawesis are homebred, you know. But that's all I do. I use the cheaper of the two salts, and I use pH up. And this is by API. So pH up. So what I do is like, that's a 5-gallon tank. Let's say I want to do a half a gallon, less than that or whatever. Let's say I'll make like a half a gallon of water, or let's say a gallon. And all I do is I drip this in, and then I check it, you know, drip, 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 until it's right where I want it. And then I just put the salt in, stir it, check it, and then I'm done, and boop, put it up there, and I drip it in. You know, that one I drip it in, because that one, you know, the water's at 82, 83. The water I'm putting in isn't that hot. So I'll drip it in so it warms it up as it goes, and they really don't notice. But I don't have ever had a shrimp die on me from a water change or putting the water back in. Never once. And they're as strong as steel. So, yeah, they just have babies. They don't stop having babies. It's just one after another. Thank you very much. Thank you. I tried using a C85 skip to 7.5 in a heartbeat when I first found out he kept them in that. Yeah, who'd you get them from? I kind of have an idea who you got them from, and if it's who I know you got them from, then it's probably a good dude. 2 yellow nose molted and shipping overnight. Should I be worried? No, no, that just means that they're growing. It might be a little stressed, but I wouldn't worry about it. No. He had Harley Quinns, red orchids, cardinals, white orchids, yellow cheeks, and cardinals. Do you get them from Dan? Yeah, sucks. Only death I had was because my post got delayed the first time. Yeah. See, that's why I ship UPS now. I don't ship USPS anymore. I do all UPS. It's there in a couple days if it's not like too far away. But I'm in the UK. Got it from Shrimp Corn. Okay, yeah. They were €8 each. So I wonder what that is. What that is in US. But yeah, like here I sell my Silwacies for $20 each per shrimp. But all you got to do is just make sure your water's fine and use pH up. Get pH up, get that pH to 8.2, because that's why you stop at about 7.6 with this, because then when you put this in, the KH will raise it up even more. And if you want to, test it after you get your water to 180 and then test your pH, because I think that's like the biggest thing is the pH. And then I have rabbit snails in there too, but I feed them green beans, Mark Shrimp Tank's foods. I feed them all sorts of stuff. But that's the thing, is feeding the Silwacy so they eat more than just what's growing on their lava rock. So yeah, Silwacy are. That's why if we ship Silwacy, it's got to be overnight. If it's in the wintertime, it's got to be overnight. I have 72-hour heat packs that go up to 115 degrees. So, they could be shipped. But you want to ship them overnight. It can't go in regular post. So if you want Silwacies, you have to pay extra. It's just, I had to do it. So, I mean, I wanted them. I wanted to breed them so I could sell them to my customers. And if I have to wait till summertime to sell them, so be it. I could care less, because I love looking at them. I don't want any of them going anywhere anyway. So I love them. So I love all my shrimp. It's hard to let any of them go. But as they grow, you have to let them go. The only ones I don't really let go are my choice parents, but that's the name of the game. That's my job, is to get the best, strongest parents so they continue to breed and make super strong shrimp for me to sell to my customers. So people like Pumpkin King, he got off here because he had to go back to work, but I sell him. He got my Black King Kongs, and he just continues to send me pictures of all the baby shrimp that they're having due to, such high grade shrimp that I sent. I don't want somebody to get shrimp from me and then message me a month or 2 months later, 3 months later and say, hey man, these shrimp ain't doing nothing. I'm going to be like, what? So I forgot to mention, he also had Tigre. Also noticed that people that had deaths used the 8.5. Now, here's the thing is, I see people that swear that their shrimp didn't do a thing until they used 8.5. But I try not to go, off of what people say. Even people that I know that think that they're giving me the best info. Here's the thing. My buddy owns a fish store. He's never had shrimp till I brought him in there. But he's been doing it 25 years. And I asked him about it. I was like, look, I need a higher pH. This stuff doesn't bring it up to where I need it. So I do. And he went over and handed me this. He said, look, that'll get your pH to wherever you want it. I was like, okay. And now they won't stop breeding. So even though he doesn't carry shrimp, he's an OG, original gangster fish store owner. I mean, he's owned his place 25 years. He's younger than me, and I mean, his store's booming. So all people do is come see him 24/7. So, ask your fish store owner if you know him really good. Ask them old dudes that are around that, you wouldn't even think of asking because you're like, well, what do they know? They know a lot. That's why just because somebody says something doesn't always mean it's true. That's why. I try to, let me see, are there shrimp way in the back? Yeah, see, they're way back there munching. That's where they stole the food to. See them way back there? Jerks. That's why before I do stuff, that's why I work so hard to come up with answers on this channel. That's why I try to get as many people subscribed to my channel, because it's like, look, I work really hard to come up with all these answers and to help people within the shrimp community and the fish community. I've had fish since I was 8 years old. It's just I want to pass on all of my knowledge, and that's why I still do, all these tests, these daily tests all the time to see what I can get to better this, to better that. And, look at this guy. Oh, look at this guy. He stole it. He stole it. Get him. Don't let him. It's too heavy. You must stop. Get him. Look, he's stealing you guys' bag of goodies. What a jerk. But, I try this stuff all the time to get you guys, to get everybody to come over here and check out the channel and get information that, they don't get anywhere else. There's only one other shrimp channel that I watch. There's only one other shrimp channel that, I actually, see him do stuff that I agree with and that I've tried. And so, there's probably a bunch out there, but, there's really only one shrimp channel that I really watch. So, I heard algae was a method of making a tank a bit more alkaline. I'm sure it could. I'm sure it could play a part. I'm really sure it could play a part. Because anything, plant matter, anything living in the tank, helps with all sorts of stuff. But algae, I don't know. I have to look that up. That's interesting. Chevy Fish, what is happening? Well, I'd say do not put chemicals in. I think pH up is chemically made. Possible, but I do it every water change, and it's incredible. Well, yeah, I don't know. I was going to say I'm sure. Safe for fish and plants, for freshwater use, raises KH, which is pH. Yeah, it doesn't say it in here. I wonder if I pulled off the sticker if there's something behind it. But, yeah, I'm sure. Well, it's probably just a liquid KH. I don't know why it would be a chemical. But I don't know. All I know is it works, and that my Siloaceae breed like the Dickens. So, my tank is the truth. My tank does not lie. Was lurking while working. I had some really good algae coverage when I was cycling my Siloaceae tank. Killed it off twice by leaving the heater off. for a day. Yeah. Leave your heater off, you'll kill all your shrimps. They don't like that. I don't know. I don't get rid of my algae, but I really don't have too much in there because they tear it up. I even run a separate light. I run another light on top of this light just to get it to, and it's on right now, just to get it to build up the algae that I need. Watch. See? I run another light on my Sulawesi tank. Look at all them little feets in there. But that's the important part, is running that. That's how I do it. I mean, to keep the substrate dark, keep it covered in green, I have to run that extra light. Look, she's prego. She's ready to explode. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Rabbit snails, I think it was like 2 days ago I fed them green beans, so I'll feed them again today. Oh, and then here's the new tank. Look at this. Here's the 10-gallon next to it. We got the moss in it, but all the stuff in here is gonna go in here. And see the substrate. But look at that big piece of lava rock I got. Oh, and that's just one piece. Can't really see it too much, but yeah, I'm just letting everything build up. But this substrate's got to get way darker. It's got to get like that dark if it shows up on your side real green. But yeah, this is where they're going, into this tank. So this tank, yeah, see, look, I'm standing right in front of it, holding the camera. They don't shy away. So, yeah, they'll go from this tank to this tank. Here's my red devils, pack full of babies. Orange-eye red devils. Oh, you little devil, you. Oh, and then this is going to be my new mixed tank. I'm gonna just pick 2 shrimps to breed in here. I might let somebody sponsor this tank, but I got a bunch of booze in it. Just getting it set. Got food in it, just rotting to build, to get all the algae going and everything. Yeah, look, here's the tank with the King Kongs. They stole the food and they're all the way up into the plants. Sorry, you can't see it too well. But, yeah, then, the fish bones the fish bones. That's a deep tank full of, moss and grass, not grass, but mosses and branches and algae and such. But yes, sir, that's how we roll around here. I try things, but, I get lucky. I don't lose any shrimp because I really don't do anything, I guess you could say, dumb. I don't want to practice anything that if I'm skeptical, I'm not doing it. It's just how it is. If like some people say, well, I don't know about that. Well, if you're skeptical about anything anybody says, don't do it. I mean, don't jump off a building because somebody says you'll bounce. Well, hell yeah, I'll probably bounce. That shit gonna hurt, and I ain't gonna be living. But, you know, if you don't trust what you hear, don't do it. But that's why I like to come on here and show everybody, you know, hey, you know, this is what I do. This is what happens, you know. Even if it doesn't work out good. But you know, anything just is what it is. It all turns out good. Except like DIY stuff. Like with the dual sponge filters, took me a long time to get that stuff figured out. To where now I just have all the power I want. And I just turn them down, and then all the other ones that I haven't even done yet get stronger and push even more. But all the ones that I have the PVC on, they're just, you know, it's way better than the original. So I'm not saying don't buy dual sponge filters. I sell a bazillion of them. It's just, if you run as many tanks that I do and you want to be able to control how much or how fast they run, then, you know, it's a good way to do my stuff. Shame I couldn't get Cardinals. They bought them right away. Oh, yeah, Cardinals are a big deal. Well, the reason I say that is they're like a staple shrimp. They're like, you know, it's kind of like a cherry shrimp, you know. Everyone likes cherries. I don't sell cherries anymore because, you know, it's like sold in every store. You know, it's too easy to get. So I don't want to sell anything like that. I want to have stuff that's, you know, people go, oh, wow, you got that or you got this. Yep, I got that. Do you have cherry shrimp? No. I don't have dollar shrimp. You know, I have Bloody Marys and Fire Reds because I like the red. Cherry shrimp are all right. They're just a little too clear for me, so I don't go with cherry shrimp anymore. Even though I had a sick line of cherry shrimp. I bred them, called them so hard, man, you couldn't even see through them. They were so nice. Yeah, mine kind of flinched. Well, they won't anymore. You just got them. Give them time. Make sure the tank's up front to the front of the shelf. Make sure you're always walking by. Make sure you hang out in front of it. Make sure that when you're there, you drop some little good morsel in there so those shrimp get to learn that when dad's around or when mom's around, usually something good's going to happen and they don't go running. You know, it's kind of like a dog, you know. Tell a dog to sit, you know, it probably thinks it's going to get a treat. So it listens, you know. It's how you train a dog. It's how you train really anything. I mean, look, people train fish all the time. Don't tell me they don't. Because you see people on YouTube all the time be like, look, I feed my fish with my hands. Or look, my fish lets me hold it. Because they train them. You know, it can be done. You know, so it's just, you know, what you think might not be able to be done, it can be done. Just take your time. Use your thought. Hey, like I said, if you hear something, you're like, that's a crock of shit. Then, you know, ask around. You know, come on here. Go on Mark Shrimp Tanks, you know. Ask around. Go on Discord. Mark Shrimp Tanks Discord. If that's, I think it's all Mark's, but Discord, go on there. Especially living in France and stuff, you know, and then, you know, everybody over there, go on there. I go on there, you know, so it's pretty cool. That's true. Also smart, putting the rocks in the middle. Yeah, that's why I put everything in the middle. I just make a big, huge pyramid. And then they just, and then the water, you know, blows across the top, washes down the front of the glass, comes back around like this. It just, you know, it'll go through the lava rock, everything. That's not so much true with moss, because moss grows and it grows and it grows, and everything under the moss sits there, and I hate it. It's just like rock piles that I say isn't the best thing to do, because all the detritus and crap that grows under there, they just sit under there and eat shit all day. Hold on a second, please. Alright, the wifey's home. Mama D's home. So, true, use your mind. Thanks for doing so. Planning on getting any other types of... Yes, I would love to get more cell AC. But here's the thing is, I have to do my homework. You know, I don't know if I could, if I mix cell AC, what that would do, if they would interbreed. I don't know anything yet. So, but here was my thing is, you know, I run these shrimp all day long, breed them, happy, everything. But I didn't know, you know, I never had solo AC. So that was like, I was like, ugh, that means I have to run a heater. I don't run any heaters. That means I have to make water totally different. Oh no. So I was like, all right, I'll try it and see if I like it. Well, I like it. I don't mind the water changes, you know, because it's so small. I mean, it's in a 5 gallon. It's in a 5 gallon because my 10 gallon sprung a leak. So, and actually when I came down here, all the water was gone and it was down to the top of the crushed coral in the sand. So I prayed to God that I could scoop out some and they were alive. And so I just scooped everything out, put them in water, you know, ducked the tank up, got the last little bit of water out, and there was some moving around. And I hurried up, threw them in a 5 gallon with all the stuff that was in the 10 gallon, and then just got it up and running. And that's that tank, and those are all the ones that lived, and now they're just having tons of babies. So they're really strong, so I'm really happy. But yeah, I'll try. Yeah, corner sponge filter, yeah. But then you have to take it apart. Oh, you're talking a sponge filter. Yeah. You can do that, but then I can't slide the sponges off. That's why I do dual sponge filters, because just in my opinion, for what I do, they're the best. Because I don't have to take it out of the tank, take it apart, unhook the air hose, and then go clean it. Or pop the bottom off and then pull it, you know, bouncing around the water and everything. I just reach in there nice and slow, grab a sponge, slide it off, check it for shrimp, put it in the bucket, squeeze it out, put it back on. Easy peasy. I'm in and out. They don't even, like, I'm like Santa Claus. Now I just drop some boop, 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 some little goodies in there, and they wake up and they're like, Mommy, look at all the goodies, you know, and they're eating Factory AE, you know, but they don't even know I'm there. That's what I want. I want to get in, I want to get out with this less amount of disturbing the tank as possible. So, what do we got? I've heard of a documented yellow cheek and dennerlight. Oh, I have to look. I really wanted some blue ghosts. Yeah, the blue ghost. Now here's the shrimp I have, who I got it from. He said that they have blue ghost offspring. So he said to watch as they have babies. And if they have them, start grabbing them and pulling them out and put them in another tank. So we shall see. I don't really pay attention to the shrimp till there's a ton of them. Because to me, it's just like, if I stare at it all day, every day, you know, I don't know. I want to be surprised. So I just got surprised. My dancing man just had a second batch of babies. So excited. So, okay, everyone, I am going to hit the road. I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to scat, bounce, whatever you want to call it. But we're going to end the stream. Wifey just came home. I'm going to go hang out. I'm hungry. I got to get something to eat. Coffee's got me a little feeling cruddy without any food. So we're going to call it a day. So thank you so much for everyone that has come to hang out. thank you to my moderators for everything you do for us here at Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics. Thanks to Robbie Singh for coming in and hanging out. That is Blue Crown Aquatics. One of my very good friends and a supporter of Detroit Shrimp and Aquatics, and the one that I sell all my products from. So if you guys need anything, let me know. We got tons of products. Yeah, take care and stay safe. And I hope to see y'all real soon. Mods and lurkers. Yes, thank you, Chevy Fish. All right, everybody. Have a good day. And clean a tank. Sponsor a shrimp. I don't know, buy a dog.